the camera properly here. Okay, another day, VO2 max. It's very hot. It's not working in my favor, but you gotta work with whatever you have. Had to do it earlier before, but had a call with my friend, then had my morning coffee, and yeah, in the meantime I was doing that stuff. It became a little bit way too hot. But it's okay, we'll be fine. Anyways, gonna do a little warm up for now, and then I'm not sure if this treadmill is working properly. Hold on. I think I gotta switch to the next one. Okay. Let's just stop this one. I'm gonna switch to another treadmill because this one feels a little bit off. Just give me a second here. Carbon, how are you? Hope you're doing well. That should be good. Here. Okay. Okay, starting over. I don't know, those treadmills feel weird. Okay, this one like literally refused to work at all. Okay, switching to the next one. Fortunately for me, all those treadmills are empty for now. So yeah, gonna make it proper for myself. 1 second. Just adjusting it, putting it in proper position so it works. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, this feels okay. Just 1 second, let me make sure that it's standing properly. Okay. Howdy, Kyla. Hope you're doing well. Hello from Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, that's awesome. Hi. Anyways, yeah, gotta warm up for around 5 minutes, and then they're gonna go 85 to 95% out of the max of my heart rate. Gonna push myself to that point. We'll do 3 minutes. I'm still sticking to 3x3. Originally it's 4x4 or 4x6, but because it's a boxing, to me it actually makes sense. Women's rounds is 2 minutes, professionals as well. And I'm gonna do 3 minutes, which is a male rounds. 3 minutes recovery in between. And today I'll try to do it 4 times. So trying to increase sets till 6, essentially. Still 6 sets. Today gonna do 4. Last time did 3. And yeah, but then I gradually gonna increase the speed and endurance intensity as well, and just gradually gonna better my cardio, VO2 max capacity. Was scrolling and found you. Well, thanks for finding me. Okay. 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 Okay, TFC, I'm glad for you, for your Nirvana t-shirt. West Virginia, USA, that's cool. Anyways, guys, three more minutes of warm up, then I'm gonna go all in. Got a new phone, good for you, congrats. Happy to hear. I'm still sore since from day before and yesterday. So day before I had a bet and I did 50 push-ups like splitting 10, doing each 10 times each set. But yeah, it definitely feels in my chest, my arms. Gotta stretch a little bit more. And yesterday I had like a boxing training. By the way, another thing, you can do a good footwork training on the treadmill. Have you ever tried it? I don't think so. There's not a lot of people do that, but it's a, you know, a good, good way to train your offensive boxing. Where you at? Sounds like Eastern Europe. Well, this is Vietnam, Nha Trang. But I'm from Georgia originally, with some Slavic roots. So you can, I think you can count it as an Eastern Europe. Okay, a minute and a half left of the warm-up. So it's just a basic warm-up, and then I'm gonna go all in. Do a cold plunge. In the gym that we're training, there is actually a cold plunge, but I don't do cold plunges in active training days. That is actually not the best idea, because all the inflammation you're having, especially after resistance training, and your body needs to recover, you know, get the signal, recover it throughout the 24 hours, first 24 hours, and then later on. So you don't want to do it straight away after training. The ideal time to do cold plunges is to do it in the rest days, and that's going to benefit your recovery. Cardio day, 2 times a week, VO2 max training, working on the endurance, you know. Like when you do boxing, when you do sprinting, obviously all of that contributes in your endurance too, as long as you do the rounds, as long as you do burnouts and sparring sessions, like technical sparrings, it works, you're working on your stamina. But I like splitting training, focusing on separate things and separate times. This training is not that long. It usually takes maybe 20 minutes of the active part, maybe longer, depends how many rounds I go. But essentially, yeah, it's just specifically working on the VO2 max here. Would you ever fight in the UFC? I'm not considering UFC, but I'm definitely looking into doing a pro boxing, and I already start training to get my conditioning and my physicality to the competitive level, so I actually can compete. Are you related to Conor McGregor? No, I'm not. Okay, but we're starting, okay? Actually, I'll start in the... all this yapping, and I passed a little bit 5 minutes, but in the 20 seconds I'll start on the 6 minute. Doesn't matter, 5-6 minutes warm up is fine. Okay, 15 seconds left. Okay, a few more seconds and we're gonna go. Okay, already speeding up. 30 seconds done. 3 minutes. One minute. 1 minute left. Time. And that, friends, was the first set. Is this the lady who does karaoke? Yes. I don't do karaoke anymore because we're leaving the city quite soon. But yeah, I used to do some karaoke. Already tired? Yeah, you're supposed to feel tired on that type of work. It has to, like, you gotta really push your pulse on the active sets. What we got here, some cardio training. I have less than 2 minutes left for recovery and I'll do it again. You look like you throw hands with men. No, I don't. I respect men, I respect women, I don't throw hands. Outside of the sport, unless it's self-defense, I guess. Would you date a bald man? I already married to one. My husband is bald. Dude, don't ever quit. LOL. How can you quit a regime? How can you quit your life? Like, it's a lifestyle. I'd rather do that than anything else. And it's not that consuming. Okay, who's saying that? Well, good for you guys. Cardio is good. Headphones work well with cardio. So, yeah, to me, I'm whatever. It works both ways. Yes, I'm married. Hamzat versus DDP. Well, Hamzat already won. Okay, a few more seconds and getting back to the set. Okay, spinning up. 1. 2. 2. Congrats to her, she's running around 16%, but still can't focus the chat that, oh, I think it's even higher to me. Like if we talk a max pulse, my lungs are burning. That's the point. You're on incline, just a little incline to prevent my knees from hurting. Training from the East Coast here. Cool. Hi, hope you're doing well. I see you hitting the back. It's impressive. Do you fight in the organization? Not yet. Looking forward to get back to competitive boxing. That's why I'm kicking my ass right now. I always say stamina is the most important thing. I mean, obviously technique, boxing IQ, all of that kind of stuff. That is like a separate work. Also not easy. But this is the most disgusting part of the training. But it's essential. Yeah, I'm going 12. You don't believe me? That's fine. Okay, I have 1 more minute left, okay? Kyle, I'm sorry you pulled your calf muscle, but it should be fine, just let it rest. Motivation, awesome, just do it, yeah? You gotta do it. No one's gonna do it for you. 15 seconds, guys. Now it's gonna be a third round. Okay, starting. Just by the way, that's 12. Whoever didn't believe me. One.
Xem đi đó, đi đó rồi. Chơi đi, xem anh nói. Ok à. Ok. Bye bye.
Fuck. I'll be honest, it's getting hot. There was literally no airflow on this set. One more left. One more. And it's gonna be improvement. So I've been doing 3 so far. Now I'm gonna do 4th round. Pushing myself a little bit beyond the limit. Two more minutes left of rest. Make the last one the best one. I'll try. I will try not to die. That's the goal. Okay, minute and a half left. My phone is saying here, love your wisdom and training, Redco. Thank you very much. Okay, After that, 1 more minute left, rest. And then I go for the last set. How long do you do cardio? It depends. Sorry guys, right now I'm just gonna keep recovering, getting ready for the last set, okay? I'm not gonna waste my energy for talking. It's very hot, guys, very hot.
No, don't be lazy.
Okay, 15 seconds. Okay, starting. One. I did it. 4 sets, 3 minutes each. 12 speed, 12. It's good. Feels good. We did it for the rock. Anyways, the last set was like, I absolutely hate it, don't want to do it. But what helps me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just count that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, my steps. And I just keep that playing in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. And also the thought that I'd rather suffer now, and that helps my stamina to improve, get better, get stronger, and then I strive on the ring. Growing VO2 max capacity, baby. How many miles? Distance is, I don't know how it's in miles. It says kilometers. It's 3 kilometers, 600 meters approximately. The running part out of it is probably less than a half. But the point is not the distance here. The point is the impact. That's the key aspect of the combat endurance, being able to recover after an intensive time. Then let's say you slow down here, for example, you do like a movement, you know, and this is recovery. This should be you know, this is a recovery, and that in the intensive part you gradually make it more advanced or making more rounds. Right now I'm focusing to, oh hell, it's hot here. Right now I'm focusing to increase the rounds, which I already did. I was doing 3 before. That was my first time when I did 4th round, and I did it properly. So keeping the same pace. Gonna stick to 3 by 4 for some time. Gonna try to totally increase it till 6 rounds. Then I can drop it again. I can drop rounds, stick to the 3, but then increase the speed, like from 12 to 13, for example, and do the same thing. Increase it to the point. Do the same. Drop it, drop the rounds, increase it to 14. Do the same. Gradually increase the rounds. So that's one of the good ways to do it. I'm not smoking, by the way, so talk for yourself, but I don't. I actually never smoked a cigarette.
Thank you.
Can I use it as a motivation? I mean, if it works for you, go ahead. I did, but 2 years ago back I was depressed and started smoking. Quit both altogether. Yeah, that's tough. That happens. I never started smoking, but I quit boxing for some time, went to university, and realized that it's not for me. You know, all people drinking, partying, all the student life, it wasn't agreeing with me. Then I decided to get the PT course, personal trainer course. This is when I restarted my boxing training. I kept working on it, kept working on some other stuff, and I've been in that field for years. And then finally getting in my best shape ever, I think. And that's why I'm quite excited to try to do some fights, most likely professional fights. Try to build a record and, you know, show you. I'm already showing you the journey, guys. It's like this is not a pretty part of it. Gassing out, getting tired, pushing yourself to the limits. This is just to be able to stand at your best when the time for performance comes. There are so many empty treadmills. I don't think they're waiting for me. MMA, no, boxing. Boxing. Come. And you can do defensive. Actually, no, I'm not gonna try it now. I'm gonna probably flip my ass down. But you can do like both offensive and defensive footwork training on the treadmill like this. It's like boom, 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 boom. boom, boom. You know, that kind of stuff. How many miles can I run at once? I don't know. I think I can run comfortably 5K, like 5 kilometers. I've been running 15, even 20. It's not necessary for boxing. I'm telling you guys, it's way better to do the interval, better to do sprints, do jogging back or after recovery back, and then the sprints, or do like a VO2 max training like I do, which is longer. It's not a sprint technically. 3 minutes is already like, you can consider it a long sprint, I don't know, but you do those high intensity intervals. It's way better for the cardio, because endurance running is good for endurance running. For triathlon, yes, please do it. For boxing, it's not, you can do it if you want, but all the people I know who are running more than 10 Ks have certain sorts of issues with the knees, and I'm sparing myself from that. My knees are completely healthy, never had my knees injured, and I'm not planning to. So I'd rather do sprints, interval burnouts, technical sparrings, high intensity sparrings, and VO2 max training like I do now. Amateur boxing, I used to be amateur boxer for a short period of time, then I retired early. But now, more and more I'm thinking about it, I think the pro boxing would be the most convenient, because me and my husband travel a lot. Our traveling schedule is quite wild, and we have so many other opportunities that we are open to, you know. We might go to US, so after Vietnam, going to Kuwait, gonna do some very cool stuff there, back to Georgia, spend some time there, train some time there, possibly start some sparring, technical sparrings there. And then from Georgia, I'm gonna try to apply to B2 visa for short stay in US. My husband is Norwegian, for him it's not a problem to get like a 3 months visa. And for the business purposes, because we actually have an invitation there from my friend regarding some cool stuff. It's completely other thing, but that friend who is inviting us, who's having a business there, he's also a ex-MMA fighter, mostly in China, but he has a big record, a lot of wins. He knows a lot of people in the community, boxing, fighting, gyms. You know, could be a possibility to train there for some time while we're there. So yeah, that's like amateur boxing. If I would go to Georgia, win nationals, and they tell me, okay, you gotta be on those meetings there, and I'm like, well, I'm married, me and my husband traveling, we have some other stuff. I promise I'll train, but I cannot guarantee that I'll train at all the team camps, and I think that might not work perfectly. So probably pro. Still looking forward, still yet need to get back to the sparrings first. Quite excited to that. You know, I'm practicing certain things that I really want to try on the ring, doing sparrings, and then gradually get there, you know. I can tell you're a boxer. Thank you, that's a compliment. Maybe by those muscles. It's actually funny, it doesn't really look that much when I just walk straight, like I usually walk like this, like only when I'm training, like my traps pop up, I'm like, okay. Because my style is actually quite like my shoulders are forward, I'm like dug in the position. But when I just walk, like I used to be a dancer, like a Georgian dancing, you know, all that kind of stuff. So still trying to preserve some of the graciousness. No, you throw them in hands, I can see. I'm trying to be a hard puncher, guys. I'm training strengths. Apart from the VO2 max training and the boxing specific training, I do strengths. I can do pull-ups. I'm quite strong for a girl. Wish can be stronger. Keep working on it. Gonna do more strength training, like maybe do like once a week a separate strength day for it. And yeah, I want to be a power puncher for sure. But like combination with a proper technique, you know, I like catching punches. I like sleeping punches. So, you know, my style is not like this. I like to keep my hands up and you know, catch it, you know. I'm a coach myself, so I know how to hold pads. I'm holding pads for quite like way heavier guys. My husband is like, I'll tell you, he's 188, 6.6 feet 2, and he's like 89 kgs right now. He's tall, and I'm holding pads for him quite well actually. The boxing progress he has now, I've been his coach all this time for a few months now. So one thing I understood, that catching, like blocking your opponent's punches, can be a very useful thing. You don't really consume that much energy, and you're like bam, and you go on the counter punch. So there's that specific style that I feel that agrees with me, and I'm looking forward to try it out in my weight class, in the sparring sessions, all that kind of stuff, you know. Yeah, anyways, feeling good though. Just walking now, you know, there's no point. I did my plan, just doing some extra low impact cardio. I'm cutting weight a little bit, like I gotta get a couple or 3 kgs down just to be at the comfort, a good weight, and then I always can do extra cut for the flyweight, boxing flyweight, which is 50 kg. I would go even lower. I don't know. If it's convenient, I might even go lower, but this is the goal at this point. 50 kgs, flyweight, boxing division. And yeah, I don't want to have like a 5 kgs extra to lose, you know what I mean? All these years, I learned how to, I learned about the calorie deficit, about nutrition, about a lot of stuff. And that helped me to go down from 60 kgs, where I've always been struggling, cutting, to like now I'm like 54 and I'm okay, but I still want to be like at least 52 and, you know, adapt to my body to that weight. And it's quite easy to me go down there unless I eat way too many sweets. I'm a sweet tooth, I like sweets, so sometimes I go a little bit too hard on it. You're a boxer, so cool. Yes, trying to get back to competitive level. What made you want to become a boxer? Oh, it started 10 years ago. I was a teenager. Started at karate first, but then moved to boxing. I was very motivated by, at that point it was Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey, who like a lot of people saw UFC because of these two. And I was like, I didn't want directly to be a UFC fighter, but I was like, I wanted a combat sport. I wanted to do something. I tried boxing, and someone convinced me. Someone said that boxing is a good base. Yeah, even if you want to be a mixed martial artist, start from boxing. I was like, okay. But I liked boxing way too much, and I stick to it. Less than 2 years, I did amateur competitive junior years, national champion of Georgia in 2017, or 2018, I don't remember, 2017 that was. Then I had some hope. I had quite a lot of open ring sparrings and fights. Had some international competition experience, but they didn't let me to compete there. I just did like a sparring with some quite tough boxers, Russian boxers there, Dagestani boxers. It was in Dagestan, by the way. I'm originally from Georgia, just mentioning. So that was it. Then I went to university, gave up on boxing and training, realized that sucks. Took a PT course, started training again, kept training with my boxing, and just did that for years. Did some sparring trainings and sparring partners. As a sparring partner, assisted some other female boxers. And then last time, it was 2 years ago when I sparred. And now I'm training to get back to it, you know, working on conditioning, footwork, nuances in the boxing, in the technique that I haven't had used before. Watching a lot of fights, watching a lot of boxing history. And yeah, and also doing my YouTube thing, training. I actually started this YouTube from sprinting. And sprinting, I'll tell you guys, 10 months of sprint training, no boxing at all. It improved my leg work, my footwork so much. It's not even funny. Even without the stamina, I was like my calves are not getting tired. And that's first time in my life I was not dragging my legs anymore, because well, in sprinting you train your hip flexors, your glutes, your calves, that everything's gonna get some point. So I'm looking forward to get back to sprint training too. I want to make it as a part of my boxing training as well, and I want to be able to run 100 meters in sub 12 seconds. I even got my spike shoes here, and I'm probably gonna test it in Georgia, where I have an access to the track. And yeah, I'm gonna show all of you. Oh, I'm gonna show it to all of you. You know, nothing is impossible as long as you have a plan and you follow it. Your face is too pretty to get punched. God, you're gonna see Russian boxers and Ukrainian boxers. They're so pretty. Some of them are beautiful, like a model, like. Well, it reminds me of. There's some fighters like Rose Namajunas is very pretty. She's a UFC fighter, but still. Dakota Dicheva, this new upcoming female superstar MMA fighter. She's like a model liking. So yeah, I mean, it's that urge, you know, it's that urge to push yourself to play that chess, you know, to do it, to fight, to even feel pain to a certain extent. I don't know. It's just some people, I guess, rather born with it, or they grew into it, or some people just never get to that point, and it's fine. You ever marathon or those crazy races? No. I have friends who do more than 100 kilometers, and when I ask them how did you get to that point, like why you even doing that, and they're like, I was depressed. Like everyone tells me that they were depressed, and it kind of releases on the longer distances. You release endorphins, and it I'll tell you what it does. It drops you into meditative state almost. And the longer distance you go, there's like a different stages. If you overcome those inner hurdles, you know, fatigue and that kind of stuff, it's like it can get very addictive. So I have friends who do that, but that's not me. No. I'm more like a explosive. I can do 5K, maybe 10K. That's it. I'm not planning to do more than that. I rather prefer to do sprints. Do you watch anime? I used to watch anime, but not been watching it lately at all. What the fuck? If you've been so many times, now you just don't care? I don't understand what that was about. Do you do yoga? Not really. I do some stretching, but not like a yoga style. Does John Jones cheat? Well, despite John Jones, he has one of the best IQs in the mixed martial arts out there. You know, that one thing you cannot take away from him. The performances he put on was crazy, but he cheated. That was official. He cheated 2 or 3 times. Got caught on a doping test. Was banned from the sport for some time. So that is cheating. Like in that sport, if you're caught on it, if it becomes official, it kind of becomes like a stain on you. So technically, he cheated. Do you meditate? Does it help? To me, meditation, like I meditate sometimes, like, you know, breathing training, and just try to be in present. Meditation is basically being in present, letting all those thoughts flow in the background, and like get into a flow state. To me, it happens through training. It happens to me through when I create art, when I draw. Like I'm really getting focused. That creates this meditative flow state. So this is kind of how I do that. During walking, very often I just walk, and I'm in that flow state. So yeah, it is, and like it doesn't have to be necessarily in the sitting position. It is some practice that you try to implement in your daily life. is poking opponents are cheating. The poking in opponent's eyes is dirty game. That's what it's called. He also had, did he do illegal knee or illegal elbow? I don't remember. It was disqualified, and technically it's one loss for him. But yeah, no, John Jones being quite a dirty fighter as well. That's true. Especially in the beginning, I think he didn't even know. He wasn't really familiar with the rules. He was just doing whatever he was doing. But the guy's timing, the guy's fighting IQ is crazy. One thing you can't take away from him. So how are you increasing your VO2 max right now? Right now, I'm done with my VO2 max training. It's like one step at a time. Today I did 4 rounds. That was first time, so I usually been doing 3. That was my starting point. Now I did successfully 4 rounds for 12 speed and 3-minute rest in between. And 3 minutes active running, 85 to 95% out of heart rate max. I don't have my watch now, but I can feel, I know how it should feel, and it feels exactly in that range. So, and that's it for today. Now I'm just doing burning some extra calories, just walking, talking to you guys. I'm doing it 2 times a week. And what I'm gonna try to do is, I already said that before, but I'll repeat. I'm gonna try to get used to that one, then do 5. Okay, so I'll do 5 sets, then 6 sets. When I get to the 6 sets, and I do that for a while, I get not comfortable, but I get quite sustainable in it. I'm gonna drop it back to 3, and I'm gonna increase the speed. I'm gonna go from 12 to 13, and I'll do the same. Gradually increases to 5, and then 6 sets. When I get comfortable there, drop it again, do 14, or maybe, I don't know, 13.5. It doesn't matter. It can be a little increase, but you see, I'm gonna increase the sets and intensity in that manner. So I hope that makes sense. How do you deal with the nerves? Right now, I don't have to worry about anything. I'm not thinking about something that's not happening yet. But I had the problems with, I was insecure. I thought I wasn't good enough. But that was for a reason, because I didn't train as good as I do now. I didn't have the understanding of the things as good as I do now. And now, I'm making sure that I'm gonna be confident in my stamina, in my power, in my speed, everything, and in my psychology. So having a little mandrage, being a little bit nervous, that's normal. But it's just I don't want that to be caused by insecurity, that I didn't do enough in the training, I didn't do enough in the preparation, so I cannot make it. There's you gotta put that work in. Better dying on the training, not every day though, not every day. Don't do that every day, but better push yourself on the hard trainings, push that limit, and do that gradually. Follow that program, follow that periodization. Gradually increase your stamina, your footwork, your speed, your power. Work on all of those aspects. Work your, boxing IQ, sparring IQ. Practice exercise moves that work on you and for you, and work on opponents. But then, just be ready. And then you don't have to worry much. This is my attitude at this point. It takes some level of maturity, I'll tell you that. How many hours a day do you dedicate hours to training? And I bet it leaves you hungry for fuel, not for pleasure, right? For food fuel, not for fun. I think I'm not exactly sure about the question. I just technically I do a little bit every day, so I technically train every day, but 2-3 times a week is like an impact training. Those VO2 max trainings 2 times is definitely an impact. I'm gonna add 1 separate day for strengths to keep developing my strengths, and everything is there. Some impact boxing, explosive hard punches, rounds, burnouts, that kind of stuff. But apart from that, it's like a technique. It's, you know, doing the movement. It's doing some stretching, my fascial release, mobility training, and recover. Let yourself recover. And regarding fueling, yes, you gotta fuel yourself. You eat. I track nutrition. I have a calorie tracking app, a nutrition tracking app. I use that. That helps me to kind of, I can, you know, cut by burning fat, not doing a water cut, but at the same time, trying to keep my nutrition in, you know, all the protein and fiber and moderate amount of carbs, healthy fats, micronutrients, all that I need. I do supplements as well. I do. At this point, I'm out of my multivitamin. I always do multivitamin just to make sure that I'm not deficient. But I also get, how you call that, magnesium, omega-3, L-theanine, creatine. What else? Oh, such good airflow now came in. Oh, it's so nice. It's so hot here, guys. It just like came out of nowhere. It feels very good. But yeah, that's pretty much my supplementation. We have a supplement called a cordyceps mushroom. It's a supplement made out of mushroom, but it's known for helping to better endurance cardio health in general. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, and recovery, like when you do all of that kind of stuff, like I'm not really a partying person. Even if we go out, I don't drink, for example. Like I don't drink alcohol. So to me, it's just going out, drinking some water, some non-alcoholic drinks, dancing, still exercising. Like I like dancing, and like whenever we go out, I always dance and drink water. That's what I do. And that doesn't happen often, especially lately. So yeah, I'm just enjoying my routine, and it's not like I'm craving and missing the time. So like, trust me guys, after I retired from boxing like years ago, I went to university and started this university life, like college life. I hated it within a few months. I was like, what? Like I started drinking, but not like party drinking with others, like everyone else. And I gained some weight, and I was like, no, that's not for me. So I escaped that lifestyle, and yeah, never did that again. And around, I'll tell you when, I stopped drinking alcohol at all 5 years ago. And maybe there was like a sip of something every now and then, just people asking me to try a cocktail or something like that. But apart from that, I don't drink beer, don't drink one thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I lie about, because I'm from Georgia. When you're on the Supra, you have a wine. Sometimes I have a little glass of wine, but that's what I drink a half of the glass, or I just have it there and I sip a little bit, because Georgians are like, oh, like you gotta drink it. Oh, it's like this toast is for passed away people, and this toast is for the ancestors. You gotta drink it. So I kind of drink it a little bit. Yeah, wine is the only thing I think in this 5 years. Maybe I drank like a total couple glasses of wine total, like just having that, sipping a little bit. But I don't like alcohol. I'm not bragging about it, or I don't drink alcohol. I just don't like it. I don't like the taste. Even when it comes to wine, my favorite wine is a grape juice, basically. So there is like a Georgian sweet types of wine, which is basically grape juice. It has less alcohol, it's sweeter, and that's it. Like it's like drinking a grape juice. So I don't like alcohol because it's too bitter to me. Okay, keep scrolling up, guys. When you're fighting, well, hopefully within the next few months I'm gonna be able to have my first fight. It's just not a stop. Right now I'm in training mode. I'm preparational phase. That's what I do. I'm making sure that I'm on the competitive level. Like you don't have to sparring all the time. Do having sparring? That's not preparation. The preparation is the stamina, your athleticism, physicality, technique, and being smart about what you're doing. You're not just throwing punches. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No, you do like 1, 2, for example, 3, 4, and you work certain combos that are just gonna be a reflex combos, you know. So this is what I'm doing, and I'm very I'm enjoying it. I love doing it. I love sharing it with you guys, and we'll see where I end up. I think it's quite exciting. Okay, Georgia sounds incredible. I'll show you a lot of. I'll show you Georgia when I come back to Georgia. Like I for some reason I never had I never thought about showing Georgia because I'm just from Georgia. So to me it's just getting used to the country. But now because a lot of people are looking forward and interested in Georgia, I'm going to show you different places. Not only Tbilisi, the capital, but some cool areas, some cool places there. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna finish. So it's almost an hour in 1 minute and 20 seconds. I'm gonna end this one, and I will finish this live stream. We can do, I don't know. I'll see how it goes. Maybe do a live stream later. Maybe straight away. Depends. What's my plans today? I gotta look at my schedule. I'm trying to grow in my channel. That's one of the reasons I'm live streaming quite a lot. Live streaming my trainings, just talking, having conversations, trying to build up the channel, build up the community, and I think that's awesome. Great hard work. Okay, 30 seconds left and I'm gonna end. I'm a little perfectionist, I like to have a precise numbers. I don't think it's too bad in my case, but it's when I see there's just 20 seconds left, I'm just gonna do it get there, get to those 60 minutes. Okay, 10 more seconds and I'll stop it right at 60. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and oh no, I pressed it too early. Look at this. Okay, 59 works. Still a number. Anyways, stopping the time. Let me just sit for a little bit. Kyla says it always lifts my spirits to hang with you for a bit. Thanks again for doing this, Diana. Thank you for being here, Kyla. Every time I go live stream, I'm kind of waiting for you. So when I know that you're in a live stream, I know that you're there, you're doing well, and as you say, it makes your day. So I'm also kind of waiting. There's some people there already familiar here in the chat. They're watching me almost from the beginning, and I'm excited to see them in the chat. When are you going to UFC? Let me go to pro boxing first, okay? Let me go there first, and then we'll see. Maybe someone said that you would be a cool UFC journalist, a commentary or something like that. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get offered that job. I watch UFC as well, and I like mixed martial arts. As I said, I don't do anything else professional unless boxing. Boxing is something that I really train on a competitive level at this point. Everything else I did for fun. Wrestling, BJJ, a little kickboxing. I did for fun. And for me to get to mixed martial arts, I gotta take at least a couple of years of proper training. It really does. Especially when your background is wrestling, it's easier. Oh, it depends. It depends how you look at it. But because wrestling is already one of the dominating departments in the mixed martial arts, you kind of need to train some striking, ideally Muay Thai or kickboxing, and you should be fine, or MMA striking specifically. But when you're a boxer, you gotta train all of that from the scratch, and it's quite time consuming. Excited to see That's true. Cool. Your nose fits with you properly. I don't know. Maybe one day. You never know what what opportunities life brings. Oh, something bit me. No, this pretty face gonna turn into a mashed potatoes. Well, that's the thing. In the boxing, it's actually it's slightly different. In the boxing, you have everything is focused on your core and your head. Like all punches are directed there, but you have way more. You have bigger gloves. You have a better defense. It's like it's actually up to you to not get hit in your face too much. And I really prefer boxing from that point of view. I think if you really don't want to damage your face that much, boxing, at least female boxing, you know, there obviously there's some. Well, if you look like Ali Fraser and Foreman era and Four King era, like Duran and Thorns and like those guys. I mean, that was crazy era. You know, crazy boxers. Very, very tough. But nowadays boxing, same as mixed martial arts, is more careful, as I noticed. Like, you know, it's more on catching and more like less and less brawling. So, yeah, I mean, to me, I just feel more comfortable in boxing, to be fair. What do you think Mike Tyson beat Evander Holyfield's ear? I don't know, ask Mike Tyson. Why is that most women don't like to box? Most women, I'm going to say something that might sound misogynistic or something, but I'm not saying that from that point of view. Most women are not interested on tough things. Women are women like people. Women like taking caring of the stuff. Women like raising children, teaching. That's why women make very good teachers. So they make good nurses. Women make good psychologists. Like all that kind of stuff. You know, and obviously there are some other fields as well. There are a lot of intellectual fields that women came in, science as well. I just think that combat sports that are quite violent type of sports, essentially. At the end of the day, it's a violent type of sports. Women just don't like violence in general that much. That's why the females are. There are quite a lot of females in amateur boxing. In Muay Thai, there are quite a lot. They're not like, oh, they're just a handful of women. No, there are a lot of women. But comparing to amount of men in the sport, they're still a fraction of the females. And I think that there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the amount of females entering the sport at this point now already proves that there are women out there who have that warrior mentality, who want to fight, who have that urge, and I think everyone who is ready to step on the ring or octagon, they deserve our respect, despite whether we agree with them or not. Which country are you from? I'm from Georgia. How nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Do you like getting hit? Real question. Right now I'm not used to hit. I need to get back to like getting used to it a little bit, because it's not like painful or something, especially with boxing gloves. It's just like can be annoying. But I didn't have a problem before. I was quite resilient, but I was also getting hit way too much. Like even if you look at my nostrils, this one is smaller because my septum is shifted because of actually my best friend gave me that gift. My nose in the video it might not look that way, but it's oh yeah, thank you, yeah. It just looks okay probably now, but it's a little bit shifted, and I've been eating way too many punches back then. Now I'm planning not to do that, and it's not like, oh, I'm afraid of punches. No, obviously there's going to be a 1 or 2 or 3, like there are going to be some punches going through. Sometimes it happens, it's brawl, and you got to be able to keep it up. But a solid boxing defense is like another thing that I'm training on, and it's also psychologically it's good, you know, because imagine someone's throwing the punch and it just slips through, or you just catch it and you don't let it land. you let them get tired, and you go counter punches, you go on the offense, you go back to the defense, and then you go on offense, and you just outbox them. So that's kind of boxing I do like. What's up? Hi Andy. Are you interested in astrology? What's your sun and rising? I actually used to be interested. I'm a Taurus. That's my sun, and I remember my moon. It's the Gemini, so it's like two opposites. So I'm definitely not a classic Taurus. I'm like taking some risks, but I'm quite I'm quite pragmatic in many things, but I'm also quite artistic. Can be don't mind doing a freestyle, impro. I think it's a mix of this two, but everything else I don't remember. Okay. Can you throw Conor McGregor to box better? He always throw the same combo over and over. Yeah, you gotta have some diversified combos. That's true. Who is the pound for pound GOAT? Well, so far, Ilya was for a little bit, but I think Islam deserves that. Islam Makhachev deserves that. Ilya is in the top 3, definitely. Merab went up to the top 3, and well, let's see what Khamzat does, because if Khamzat keeps doing what he's doing, he should be definitely in the top 5, at least top 3. Yeah, everything else. What is Tom Aspinall doing? Like, Tom Aspinall is like undisputed to the heavyweight champion now, but like, what is his fight? Yeah, his fight is announced with Gane. So we'll see. I don't know. Some like these guys that I mentioned, I think they deserve to be in the pound for pound, and they might like kind of go up and down in between each other. I'm from Georgia, the country, same country as Merab and Ilya. So yeah, that's the same country. And I just did my VO2 max training. I'm done with it, and I'm gonna wrap up this live, guys, and I'm gonna see you next time in the next live. That was last question, and by Andy. Who do you got for Islam versus GDM? I don't know, probably Islam. Islam is a great fighter. GDM, you know what? I'll be honest. I gotta rewatch more of the GDM stuff, because he kind of like, I didn't really follow that guy that much. So I'll when that fight is gonna come closer, because it's scheduled. It's not scheduled that soon, but it is scheduled. I look more into the GDM stuff, try to analyze his style better, and yeah, just try to compare. Wow, you're wife mature. You want to move to America? No, thank you. I already have a husband. He's Norwegian, so planning to move to Norway at some point. Well, Georgia, Norway, between two countries. By the way, we might come to US for a short visit for some business purposes. Damn, she ignored my Eric comment. Okay, Juice Man, let's see. What did you say? I don't blame me either. She just was meant for me. Okay, this one I definitely ignored. And sorry, guys, I'm married. That's why I'm not responding to comments like this. But I hope you're having a good day. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you, and I see you in the next live stream. Okay, ciao.